Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Revive Beauty DIY with Donna, and I'm Donna. So in today's video, we are doing part one of a series, and it's like a whimsical fairy, maybe garden, maybe whimsical it's for my patio wall. It's going to be like sort of a gallery wall. So I want you to sit back and enjoy, and I really hope you like this video. I had so much fun doing it. So I will see you at the end and show you the final reveal. Thanks. Bye. Okay, here's our project one and our only project. It's this fairy garden shelf. I've had this sitting in my garage for about 3 years now. And I've had this planned, I just haven't been able to get to it. This piece is very heavy, and it was very awkward to work with. But anyway, so here I am adding some white paint to the back because I'm going to be decoupaging it. And then for the rest of it, I'm not going to change that gray because I wanted to give it sort of a rustic look. So I'm going to use this milk paint that I have. This was just like a sample bag that I bought at an antique mall. And this color is called Sweet Water. So it has sort of a little greenish tint. This is my first time using milk paint, so it was a learning experience, but I really enjoyed using it. So you're supposed to use equal parts of the paint to equal parts of water. So that's what I was doing there. And just getting it stirred up. You know what I mean. So here I'm just adding it, and I wasn't being careful because I wanted the chippiness, I wanted the rustic look on this piece. So here I am painting it. You can see it has sort of a little greenish, bluish tint to it, very light. So I'm actually just being really sloppy. So I'm just painting all around it. And it did give me some really good crackles. I mean, if you like crackles, but rustic, old looking, this is the way to go. This really does that. So I think I got it all painted. Trying to adjust my camera. I'm just giving it a good dry. And as I was drying it, I could see the cracks forming. So now I'm going to get this paper laid down. There's my dog bugging me. Every time I try to do something, he's right there trying to get some love, get petted on. So I'm using the water pen just to rip around it. Just going all the way around, doing the little rips so they're all jagged. It's not an even, because it doesn't fit into the piece right. So I was going to try to blend it. To be honest, I didn't do a very good job at blending, but it looks okay. Can't really tell. So there it's all ripped, the edges ripped. So I'm going to get that laid down. And I'm going to use Mod Podge. I usually water my Mod Podge down, but I just didn't do it this time. Or I might have sprayed some water in there. I'm not sure. It's towards the end of the bottle, so. So I don't know if any of you follow me and follow my page and have ever went onto my shop. I always put the link below. This paper you could find. This is called Garden 3, I believe. Grungy Garden 3, I think. I have another one. So I had a hard time deciding between this one and the other one. because I love them both so much. But I went ahead and went with this one because I figured, it has like some, the other one had more flowers. This has some rustic, sort of rusty, crusty stuff on it. So I like that. So if you guys ever do go to my shop, which I put the link below, I have a lot of new stuff. I am very excited. A lot of new beautiful papers. I have foils now. I have Decoupage Queen. I have digital deco designs. And I will have something new coming here soon. I'm real excited about that if anyone's into junk journaling. This is a new business, and I am so excited to be an ambassador for this new company. So take a look at my shop and, keep looking because that will be coming soon. In the next couple of weeks, I'll have the junk journaling info up. So here I am just sealing it with the Mod Podge, getting it, make sure it's all laid down. Here's my other little puppy. She's 14, almost 15 years old. She is definitely a little old lady. She's half Chihuahua and half Shih Tzu. Sweetest little girl, but she's the boss. She bosses my other dog around, and he's like a year and a half. He's like 34 pounds. She's like 11, but she's the boss. Her name is Coco, and his name is Alfie. Oh, it looks like I went around and I painted it. I don't know, I must have missed that. So I went around trying to blend it all in. I'm just yapping. Sorry, guys. So here I had this sheet of moss, which actually really worked out for the best because it looks sort of like a grassy area there on the shelf. So I get that laid down, and I just used hot glue. If you follow me at all, you know I'm not a fan of hot glue, and I will probably, because it gets so hot here in Phoenix, I will probably have to re-glue this stuff a few times throughout the summer because it just melts. Nothing sticks. In the summer here, it's just so horrible. We're already feeling it. Anyway, so I'm just laying this down. It just looks like a little grassy area. It's like, it's a shelf there. And then I have the little pegs on the bottom where I'm going to hang some garden tools from it. So I'm glad I finally got this accomplished. It's been sitting in my garage for a while. Anyway, this is like the first part. I've got a few more of like this series of like whimsical fairy garden stuff coming. So this is just the first one. I'll have 2 or 3 more videos. So stay tuned. I hope you all like it. And you'll give me a like, leave me a comment. And if you really, really like it, subscribe to my channel. So I'm going to be adding some succulents and some various stuff here to decorate it. And as you can see, I'm going to start going through stuff. I have a box of like grass, succulents, plants, just different things in it. I was planning to use it on a different project, like a Halloween project, and I never got to it. So I'm using it for this. There, I've got the styrofoam. I'm just going to try to lay it in the corner and, just to give a little bit of height. I'm going to cover it with this grass or this moss. I guess it's moss. Looks to me more like grass. But let's see what we got going here. Yeah, I'm just cutting around the moss, trying to get it going. Um, so I think this came out just so sweet, so beautiful. But I could be partial to it. I think the paper in the back really makes it look more like a little whimsical garden. Yeah, it was it had grass and stuff everywhere. So I'm just using hot glue, get it all down. This was sort of awkward to work with, like the position I was in, trying to get the camera and lean over into it. So just adding some more like elements around it. You know, all those different little color things that come in the moss bags. I was doing some of that. And then I have some succulents that I'm going to be adding. They're just plastic succulents. And a little bit of florals. These are sort of like a succulent floral. I don't know. I love succulents. Years ago, well, not years ago, a few years ago, I did this whole like under the sea with real succulents. So I used blue rocks and like these round pots that were, you know, just the shorter pots that are round and big. So I put blue rocks on top and then I planted all the succulents and then I put some little fish and different elements in it. It was so cute. But they eventually all died. I think my husband watered them too much. So, you know, succulents don't take a whole lot of water. So I think they did. I think they drowned, which is too bad. They were just beautiful, all different kinds. Because, you know, they have such a different look and a different texture. They almost look like something you would see in the ocean. So I think I either got glue on me. I did get a splinter from this somehow. So I was able to get that out. So I was going to try to use that, but it was just too big. You know, I need like little or tiny stuff. I might try to use it on another project. I'm not sure. I do have three more things planned for this series, and it's all going to go on my back patio wall. So excited to get this stuff done and up. And I was also thinking about putting a few fairy lights in here, which I might still do. So this took me probably 3 days to finish. So this thing was just something weird I found at Michael's. It had a long stem on it and it broke off. So I just thought, oh, it's sort of weird looking. So I thought, I'll just put it here. And I'm going to stick a little flower in there. And as you can see, I did put a mushroom over there on the other side. So I have this long vine thing that I'm going to sort of hang over there on the side. Yeah. This was a really fun project for me. I think like if you guys like this kind of stuff, you should try it. Hopefully this will inspire you guys to do something similar. So, like I said, this print is in my shop. If anyone's looking for it, I will have a link. And there was another one that goes with it that's similar. You might like the other one better. So this was a little like metal dragonfly that I purchased from Michael's. And I thought that it would look good there in this project, I guess. And then I have these two little fairies. I think I purchased these from Hobby Lobby. And they're just sort of sitting there. So this was sort of hard because I'm putting them sideways. So yeah, I'm just adding a little hot glue to the feet, sort of putting it on off on the, off on the grass and off. So I'm just pulling different things that I have in my box back there to add, just to fill it in. And this plant here with the long vines, I purchased, I believe, at Goodwill. So every now and then you can find some really good plants or flowers there. And I was thinking about putting it on the other side, and it just didn't really look right. Maybe I mean it probably would have if I would have shortened it. In fact, I might still add that. I'm not sure. Um, here's some butterflies. I am adding a butterfly to it. And it was sort of like styrofoam. Didn't want to bend because I thought I could, bend the leaf or the wings up and do it. So I just laid it on there. Trying to find a good spot. Making sure my fairies are on there good. So I thought, oh, I'm just going to add some little pieces here and there. Um, but I just didn't like the way it looked. It was like too matted. And I had this block of moss that I had purchased from Amazon a while back, and I never opened it. It was like a solid, like little square and all packed together, that vacuum sealed and really hard. So I guess, you get it and you put it in some water, soak it, and then it opens up and expands, which it did. Um, so I used some of that around it. You'll see that coming up, but it's a darker green. You can see I added, oh no, I didn't add it yet. So I'm just trying to show you guys. You can see some of the crackles. Just trying to get you guys a better look at it. So I felt that I needed to add more. So I had this little thing I purchased, I think, from Hobby Lobby a few years ago. And I was trying to rust it up. Hey guys, I think I totally failed at this, but I didn't want it to look like a brand new what is it called? God, galvanized bucket. I want it to look rusty like the other things in the picture. So I was using brown and white, and then I added some cinnamon. I added some water, trying to get it to like drippy, and it looks okay, but not what I was really going for. So, let's see, I do add cinnamon to this at some point. So I'm just trying to get it. There's the cinnamon. Okay, let's see. I mean, it looks better than it did. You know, it doesn't look so new right now. So, and you know, I could be harder than on myself than I should be. I don't know. Just felt like I didn't do a really good job on it, but and some white. I was trying to get it to look like that water um thing in the background in the picture. Trying to get it more like that color. It was sort of a white, rusty looking old container, water container. I did in this video use StreamYard to record this. So I'm not quite sure if it's any better or not, but I was trying. Okay, here we go. So I have the bucket, lay that down or set it down, and I have those florals I'm going to put in it. Adding hot glue. A little bit of glue to the florals just to get them to stay. And then I have these little crowns. I think I've used them before, and I'm going to add them to the fairies. They're each going to get a little crown. And they fit perfect on their little heads. These are tiny crowns that I purchased from Temu last year. I don't remember what I used them for. It was on another project of something. I don't remember. And then this frog I got from Goodwill. You know those grab bags? They just had a grab bag and it had a bunch of frogs in it. Ceramic, plastic, and this one's ceramic. So I knew I was going to do this. So I thought, oh, I could add one of these frogs to this project. So that's why I bought them. So I have a few more frogs left. You will see them in probably the next few projects. And there's that moss I was telling you about that from Amazon. It's a darker green. It's not real moss. It says on the thing. It fills in. I'm just adding it around in certain spots just to look like some moss is growing on it. I can't really tell in this because it's really dark green. These you can. These here you can see. I'm just adding patches of it here and there. My dog was trying to eat it. Oh my gosh, this guy. He's my puppy. Tries to eat everything he shouldn't. He got a hold of some money that I had. I think he ate $2. He's fine, but he's so sneaky. And that stuff, the money was on my table. Somehow he got it off the table. And I have a tall table. He is a stinker, but I love him. So I think I might be done. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm adding some more moss. This moss also, it was turning my fingers green. It's very odd. And then when I went back to look at to see if it had instructions on it on Amazon, it said it's a frequently returned item. I was like, oh, great. So here I am, just trying to go around with the camera, giving you guys a better look at it. And, close up. I don't know what that was about. Sorry. Me and the camera, we don't get along. And there's the bottom. There's the little pegs. You guys, I'm horrible with this camera. Jeez, am I sorry. There we go. There's a picture of it. Hey everyone, what'd you think? Did you guys like it? If you did, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about it, what you would do different. I do want to show it to you. It is a quite heavy piece. I don't even know really what to call this. If it's a shelving unit, but it's heavy. Let me tell you, I had a hard time with this. But anyway, here we go. So you can see it has the prongs, trying to see what you guys see. Let's see. So here we go. I did add a little more moss to it. Trying to peek around the corner. Anyway, I'm going to have my husband put it up. I got to put some things up back here on it so we can hang it on the wall. I will be adding like some gardening shovels and stuff on these little pegs right here. So at the end of my series, I probably will have 2 to 3 videos on this. I'm thinking 3. And when I get everything up on the wall, then I'll do a video of just everything together. But anyway, I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. It's already in works. Bye now.